The first update of Season 9 is out, and boy is it effective. I love it so far. It's very short in terms of the actual patch notes, but we'll jump right into it. So, the brand new weapon, the Tactical Assault Rifle, is finally out. So it's available in rare, epic, and legendary variants. It is available from floor loot, chests, supply drops, and vending machines. Fully automatic, 30-round magazines, and it does 22, 23, and 24 damage, depending on the rarity, of course, with the headshot multiplier of being 1.75 times. And so this weapon has a tight spread in close quarters, but is less effective at long range when compared to other assault rifles. But at the same time, the gameplay you guys are watching, I tried doing both. I tried using it in close quarter combat toward the end of the gameplay, and I tried using it from afar and medium distance from when I first got it in this game. So you guys will see that in the background of its entire gameplay. Now guys, mind you, if I do miss a shot or two, it is actually 6 o'clock in the morning, so if I miss a shot or two, please bear with me on with that, but you guys get the overall idea of it. I actually love the sound of it. It sounds very good, it sounds powerful, it sounds clean. The only bummer that I have with this is the fact that we can't use the scope on it. Now obviously we see the scope, you can't use the scope on it, but again, this is one of these weapons that if you crouch and don't move, you know, your reticle is going to be locked on to wherever you shoot. There's going to be no bloom. But if you hold down the trigger, obviously the more automatic the gunfire is, the more bloom that will occur and the more recoil. So keep that in mind when using this gun, but I'm really curious to see what you guys use this gun for. If you guys use this gun as a replacement for an assault rifle, if you guys might find this as a better use as a shotgun slash SMG up close in close quarter combat, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have gotten the chance to try it out, and if you guys have, let me know what you guys think of the gun, because I think that it's actually very balanced. I like the sound of it, like I mentioned. I think it's a great addition to the game. Anyway, let's move on to probably the two biggest complaints that people have had in Season 9 so far. So, we're talking about the ballers, and we're talking about the drum gun. So the baller health was reduced from 200 to 150, and Fortnite was justifying such by saying the primary goal of the baller is to provide fun and exciting mobility. We feel that it still has a little too much defensive agency, and this change should reduce the effectiveness there while not impacting its strengths. So, good stuff there. I want to see how that plays out in arenas where a lot more players and professional players use the baller to get to late circles and end circles and gather up points and rank up eventually. Anyway, the other thing that I mentioned, the drum gun, probably one of the most hated returned weapons of Fortnite history, seriously. Since Season 9 released almost a week ago, I don't think I've ever seen more uproar in the community than when the drum gun came back. So they reduced the base damage from 26 to 27 to 22 and 23. So while this doesn't sound like too much, it's only a 4-point drop off depending on green and blue rarities. It still will do a lot, because now instead of being a 3-shot kill, now this is more so of a 4 to 5 shot depending on range. So you know what, I'll take that. And they said that since it's unvaulting, the drum gun effectiveness has been slightly higher than we wanted. So this change should reduce its combat effectiveness while still retaining its flavor. Very interesting wording there at the end. But either way, that is that with the drum gun. So we'll see how that kind of affects the gameplay moving forward, and we'll see if Epic Games wants to go ahead and adjust it and tweak it a little bit more. So, moving on, they went ahead and vaulted the compact SMG. Yes, so the P90s are out of the game now, unfortunately, and so they said, due to the recent addition of the drum gun and the brand new Tactical Assault Rifle, we wanted to reduce the availability of the high rate of fire weapons. So again guys, here's another comment and another adjustment that Epic Games is making toward that brand new spray meta that everyone is saying Season 9 is based off of. So there we go. I love to see Epic Games actually go ahead and act on these kind of things, because no one likes to get sprayed down. No one likes to get, again, just hip fire sprayed, just RT spammed to death in whatever game mode they are playing. Moving on, guys. So with the gameplay, the slipstream adjustments. So these are very, very interesting, because I have fallen victim to this many times within the last week since Season 9 dropped. So slipstreams no longer block buildings. So trying to build up to get into a slipstream should be an easy experience. So we noticed some cases where players would build up to the slipstream, but due to build restrictions would take a leap of faith and not make the jump. This should make getting into a slipstream easier. So again, I've fallen victim to that. I'm sure many of the people watching this video also have. So we saw something very similar when they first released zip lines in Fortnite. They went ahead and made a bunch of adjustments for that. That allowed for more mobility, more accessibility, more flyability as well when it comes to those. So we'll see that with slipstreams in the next coming weeks. But anyway, they went ahead and said that players flying in a slipstream will destroy player-built objects when they collide, very similar to the zipline does. Slipstreams are now disabled after Storm Phase 5. So we've seen a number of cases where slipstreams caused issues during late game circles, primarily around getting pulled into the storm unexpectedly. Since the value of slipstream mobility is limited in those scenarios, we felt it's better to simply disable them. So we love to see that. A lot of players were affected, especially in the arena qualifiers this past weekend. So I'm really glad to see again Fortnite stepping up, actually seeing that, listening to the community, and actually making a change. Moving on to one of the biggest glitches and bugs and overall stability issue that I've had in the first week of Season 9 is the overall time it takes for levels, builds, and houses and towns to actually load in and actually texturize once loading into the map. So they made improvements made to level streaming performances on all platforms. So this will reduce cases of buildings not loading in. So I don't know if you guys have also experienced this within the first week of Fortnite Season 9, but almost every time I drop into certain locations, including Viking Village, Mega Mall, etc., the buildings will not load in. And so when my character lands, I can't enter things, I can't enter buildings, I can't pick up weapons, I can't see anything. It's just an all giant blur, which leaves me vulnerable to players that already find a weapon and go around looking to get some kills. So this was really making me mad, so I'm really glad that they're actually going ahead and actually trying to upgrade the performance ability for console players like myself, and this way it would optimize improved performance in conduits. So great stuff there. This update was much needed. This update, in my opinion, should have come out already with Season 9, but a lot of this was also based off of player feedback in the last week. So again, guys, if you guys notice a big change, let me know in the comment section down below about what you guys think of the new weapon, what you guys think of the brand new kind of nerf to the drum gun and the baller as well. So again, guys, top box is that previous video like always, which actually showcases a couple Fortnite locations as well. Bottom box is a mystery video just like always. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Have a great day.